Do you want to learn or do you want to cheat? That's the question I'm asking you today, and I know it's a bold one, but it's something we need to talk about, especially in the world where AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini becoming second nature to content creators, educators, trainers, and students. Welcome to I'm the Rookie, the podcast for beauty spa and wellness professionals who are ready to take their careers to the next level. So whether you're a seasoned therapist, experienced trainer, or manager looking to expand your role, this podcast is here to inspire, guide, and empower you to explore new paths in the education sector. And I'm your host, Ayo. I've been in education and teaching and training for over 14 years and been within the beauty and spa industry for over 20 years. And let me tell you this. This is one of those conversations I've been itching to have because when it comes to AI, the way we use it says a lot about how we see learning, teaching, and creativity. Today, we're going to kind of explore the beauty of AI, the downside of how some people use it, and most importantly, how it should be used to generally help us to grow. So let's start with the positives because there's so much to celebrate about AI when it's used the right way. As an educator, trainer, and a content creator, I've seen how AI can simplify our lives, spark creativity, and help us kind of work smarter, not harder. For example, if you're preparing a lesson plan for students, let's say doing beauty therapy course, AI can help you brainstorm creative ways to engage them, like suggesting interactive activities or design a structure that flows seamlessly. Or maybe you're a student struggling to write an assignment. AI can help you organize your thoughts, polish your grammar, or even suggest additional topics to research. And let's not forget content creators as well. So whether you're writing a blog post for LinkedIn or maybe you're creating social media strategy, AI can kind of help brainstorm with you. I look at it as my brainstorming partner. It helps you get those ideas out of your head and onto digital paper so you can focus on what you kind of do best, delivering value to your audience. When we use AI to support our goals, it becomes a tool for growth. It empowers us to be more kind of efficient, more creative, and more focused. But here's the thing, it's not all sunshine and roses when it comes to AI. So, whilst AI has the potential to elevate us, it also has the potential to hold us back, especially if we're using it in the wrong way. And by the wrong way, I mean relying on AI as a shortcut instead of putting the effort to truly learn and grow. So, let me give you an example. I've come across students who have copied and pasted an entire AI generated response into their assignments without even reading through them. You can tell. No effort to make it their own, no thought to whether it's accurate or relevant. It's like saying, I don't need to learn this, I just need to kind of pass. And that's the mindset, right? It doesn't help anyone in that kind of long term thinking. For trainers and educators, there are also dangers as well in letting AI do all the heavy lifting. So if you're using it to write your lesson plans, assessments, or even your feedback without adding your personal touch, you kind of risk losing the connection with your learners. And the connection is what makes teaching meaningful. Here's a quick thank you to our sponsors, Developing Educators Academy, for supporting this episode. So if you're ready to take the next step in your career and explore roles like IQAs or educator or a trainer, then Developing Educators Academy offers the qualifications and guidance you need. So download the brochure by visiting developingeducatorsacademy.com and let's get you started with your education qualification. So let's now talk about how we should be using AI. The key is simple. Use it as a partner, not a replacement. AI should enhance your work, not do the work for you. I'm going to be a bit real. I know, can be incredibly tempting. And I'm going to be honest, when it first came out, I was kind of almost using it to replace me. And as I started using it more and listening to how it came across when I shared that content, it did not sound like me whatsoever. So I absolutely get it. And it's been a journey for me. And as a new PhD student myself, I felt that pull when you're staring at a blank page, overwhelmed by deadlines, or you're just plain stuck. It's easy to think maybe I'll let AI handle this one. But here's the truth. If you rely on AI to do the heavy lifting for you, you leave the process the same way you came in, unchanged, without new skills, and no closer to mastering what you set out to learn. Starting a PhD is no joke, right? There's a mountain of reading, there's critical thinking, and writing ahead of me. And yes, I've been tempted to let AI summarize some of those articles and even look at my draft responses. But I remind myself of why I'm here, to grow as a scholar, to challenge myself, and to develop my own ideas. And if I shortcut the process, I'm only cheating myself. You see, learning isn't just about the end result, it's about the process. It's about struggling with a concept until you understand it. It's about writing messy first draft and improving it over time. It's about finding your voice and your own perspective. When you skip the process by relying too much on AI, you miss out on that very experience that helps you to grow. And here's the kicker: when it comes time to showcase your knowledge to a lecturer, a client, an employer, or even a customer, they'll see the gaps. They'll know if you're just repeating what AI generated versus if you truly mastered the material. So, how do you actually use AI without cheating yourself? I want to give you a few tips, some practical tips that you could think of as a student. Say, let's say you're studying and you're like, I'm going to use AI. I'm not going to try and do this by myself because I literally don't know where to start. Here are some practical tips. First and foremost, you can use AI to break down those concepts, those complex concepts that you have no clue how to get started with. So if you're stuck on a topic, you can ask AI to explain it in simpler terms. Use it to make sense of difficult material, not to avoid engaging with it. Number two, draft, don't deliver. So let AI help you brainstorm or outline your ideas, but make sure you do the writing and refining yourself. Your work should still sound like you. My third tip is to ask AI the right questions. So AI is a tool, but it's only as good as the question you ask it. Use it to generate ideas, explore perspectives, and identify areas you need to research further. Don't just copy and paste its answers. Use them as a starting point. Another thing I want to say is about using AI by pairing AI with critical thinking. So when AI gives you information, don't take it as gospel. Cross check the facts, think critically, and add your own insights. This is how you turn raw knowledge into real understanding. Also, practice your skills without AI. So, give yourself opportunities to work without AI. So, whether you're writing by hand, solving problems on your own, or brainstorming without a tool, this builds your confidence and competence. For me, I have a personal rule: AI can assist, but it can't replace me. It can help me organize my thoughts, but it can't think for me. It can make suggestions, but it can't make decisions. That's my job, and I owe it to myself to do the work. And I tell you this: every time I resist the urge to take the shortcut, I feel stronger, smarter, and more capable. That's the power of leaning into the process, even when it's hard. So, to every student listening, AI is your tool, not your teacher. It's here to support your learning, not replace it. When you use it the right way, you'll come out of your studies with not just a qualification, the confidence and skills to back it up. And remember, the knowledge you gain, the skills you develop, and the perspectives you shape, they're yours. No AI can take that away from you. For educators and trainers, use AI to save you time and spark inspiration, but always layer your expertise on top. AI can suggest ideas, but only you know what will kind of resonate with your learners. AI can draft an outline, but only you can bring it to life with your knowledge and experience. And for content creators, use AI to streamline your processes, but make sure the content still sounds like you, your voice, your personality, and your perspective. That's what people connect with. AI can't replicate that, and it shouldn't try. So I'm going to ask you again, do you want to learn or do you want to cheat? The choice is yours. AI is here to stay, and it's an incredible tool when we use it with intention. But it's up to us to decide whether we use it to grow or to cut corners. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of I'm No Rookie. I hope today's episode has given you something to think about, whether you're a student or an educator or creator. If you enjoyed our conversation, don't forget to share it with someone who could benefit from it. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, you're no rookie in this game of life.